What if the very technology designed to simplify our lives is actually deepening our moral crises? Imagine machines not just assisting us but making ethical decisions on our behalf. Sounds convenient, right? Yet, it raises a chilling question. Are we truly prepared for the dire consequences of explainable AI in ethical decision-making? Consider your daily encounters with AI, from the algorithms shaping your news feed to those determining loan approvals. We often trust these systems blindly, but what if that trust is dangerously misplaced? What if the AI making critical decisions lacks a true understanding of the weight of its choices? Picture this: a doctor relying on AI to determine treatment options. The AI analyzes data and suggests actions. Efficient, yes. But what if it overlooks a vital detail because it can't grasp the emotional nuances of a patient's situation? What happens when cold calculations overshadow compassion? This is where the urgency escalates. The lack of transparency in AI decision-making can trigger what experts call explainable AI warning signs. You might not notice them immediately: a doctor's hesitant tone, a fleeting glance at the data before making a choice. These are red flags indicating something is amiss. Dismissing them could lead to grave consequences. Now envision a self-driving car faced with a split-second decision during a potential accident. Does it prioritize passenger safety over that of pedestrians? In that fleeting moment, how does it weigh lives? The algorithms behind these decisions may be explainable, but the ethical framework guiding them remains alarmingly unclear. This hidden danger lurks beneath our growing reliance on AI. As you ponder this, consider the stakes involved. If we allow AI to dictate our ethical boundaries, are we sacrificing our humanity? The tension is palpable. Ignoring these warning signs could result in decisions devoid of empathy and judgments made without context. So, what can we do? We must demand transparency and accountability from AI systems, advocating for ethical frameworks that prioritize human values. It starts with recognizing these warning signs, understanding their implications, and pushing for meaningful change. Reflect on your role in this. Are you ready to question the decisions that affect your life? Your awareness could ignite a more ethical future. The next time you interact with AI, ask yourself, are we truly in control, or is it the machine steering our moral compass? What if I told you that the AI designed to help us make better decisions could actually lead us down a troubling path? It might sound unbelievable, but the implications of explainable AI in ethical decision-making could be more unsettling than we think. Imagine your life influenced by an algorithm that analyzes your choices and guides you through critical decisions. But what if that technology starts showing signs of bias? You might think that can't be true, but can we really be so sure? Here's the catch: explainable AI isn't as straightforward as it seems. The promise of transparency can sometimes conceal unsettling truths. What if the data powering these models contains not only valuable insights but also hidden biases? Suddenly, it's not just about making decisions, it's about whose values are embedded in that AI. Picture this: you're applying for a loan. The AI evaluates your application using criteria meant to ensure fairness. Yet, without your knowledge, the system was trained on historical data that favors certain demographics. The decision it makes for you isn't purely analytical, it's biased, reflecting a reality you weren't even aware of. How many of us truly grasp the potential risks? Many people trust these systems blindly, believing their algorithms are flawless. What's chilling is that the nature of explainability can lead to complacency. When we see the reasoning behind a decision, we tend to accept it without question. But could that reasoning be misleading? Now let's consider a healthcare scenario. An AI suggests a treatment plan based on data-driven insights. Sounds great, right? But if that AI has learned from flawed past decisions, it could put lives at risk. The implications extend far beyond numbers. It's about trust, ethics, and our humanity. And here's where it gets even more concerning. As these technologies evolve, they might start making decisions not just for individuals, but for entire communities. What happens when a biased algorithm shapes policies that affect whole populations? The stakes are rising and time is of the essence. So what can we do? It starts with awareness. We need to question the systems we rely on and understand the limitations of explainable AI. But it doesn't stop there. We must advocate for better data practices and greater transparency in AI development. Think about this: if we don't take action now, we risk allowing our futures to be governed by unseen biases. Are we ready to let a machine dictate our ethics? The power is in our hands, but only if we choose to use it wisely. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, consider subscribing for more insights on the evolving relationship. Your awareness could be the first step toward meaningful change. Imagine a world where machines not only make decisions, but also explain them in ways we can easily grasp. Sounds helpful, right? But what if I told you that this clarity in AI's reasoning could lead to unsettling implications for our ethical choices? Many view explainable AI as a breakthrough, yet there's a troubling aspect that often goes unnoticed. As we hand over more decision-making power to algorithms, we frequently overlook a crucial question: what really controls these explanations? Let's picture a scenario: you're applying for a job. An AI scans your resume, evaluates your qualifications, and decides you're not the right fit. If the AI could explain its decision, would that make it fair? Or would it merely shift the blame from the human biases embedded in the algorithm? As we dig deeper, it becomes clear that these algorithms often reflect our flawed, biased, and sometimes unjust world. Every time we trust AI to justify its choices, we risk supporting a system tangled in ethical dilemmas. Consider this: a self-driving car suddenly encounters a pedestrian. The AI must make a split-second decision about who to save. While the reasoning behind the algorithm might be explainable, can you truly accept its choice? What if those decisions are influenced by data that doesn't represent everyone equally? The tension builds. When we rely on AI for ethical